Hello. So today I want to talk about nutrition, and I'm not actually going to talk about food at all. I'm just going to talk about when we eat and who we are when we eat, and I'm going to use all of these things to do it. So the main focus on nutrition is nutrients. Are we getting all of the nutrients in that we need? And the more closely we're getting the nutrients in that we need, the better health is produced. When actually in reality, it's firstly, the nutrients have to go in, and then we have to digest it. It has to go into our bloodstream, and then we have to absorb it. So not only is what goes in important, but perhaps what's even more important is what we digest. And the way our nervous system works is we have this parasympathetic side, labeled as sort of rest and digest, and then we have a sympathetic side, which is fight or flight. So essentially what this means is if we're in this branch of our nervous system, completely dominated by this side, we digest really, really well. And if we're in this side, we digest really, really poorly. So you could have the best diet in the world, and I see this quite often. You can have the best diet in the world, but not be digesting it particularly well. And your brain can keep sending you craving signals and hunger signals, and you can still get bloated and get poor skin and not reap the benefits of it because you're too long over here. So rather than change any of those things and talk about stress at the moment, we're just talking about nutrition. But a way I want you to think about it is who you are when you eat. So if you're sat at your desk when you eat, you're over here. And if you're thinking about the future, you're racing to get some food in and get on the road again, then you're over here. If you really don't want to be eating the thing that you've been put in front of you, perhaps you've read something that says you have to be eating a cabbage diet, or someone says you need to be eating these things, but you hate them, again, all of that disgust, that's going to put you over here. If you're racing to finish what you're eating, you're going to be over here. If you're incredibly distracted by television, you're going to be over here. If you are in a stressed environment, so an environment where you normally need to be focused, like sat at your desk, you're over here. In fact, the only way that you're over here is if you are completely mentally present, you're completely relaxed, and you're enjoying your food and eating it slowly, chewing slowly, savouring it, and able to identify what went in with that mouthful and communicating perhaps with the people around you. You know, the way that Italy and France, what we call the French paradox, is that they have wine and pasta and cheeses and loads of rich food, yet have particularly good health markers in the rural areas compared to much of the rest of the world that apparently eats better. And the reason is they will only eat in the company of others while completely relaxed and eating over a long period of time. Eating is literally a celebration. If you can't make eating a celebration, then I would avoid that meal and try and structure your week so that every meal becomes a celebration for you, or at least you can be completely mentally present and away from focused attention being elsewhere or away from highly stimulating environments. Okay, I hope that gives you a way of thinking about nutrition differently, how to get much, much more out of what you're already eating rather than worrying about what you're eating. If you've got any questions, then get in touch. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.